Hello, coffeeaholics. Couldn't think of a good intro, so that's gonna have to do. This is my island that I started out in Wurm Unlimited. It's the same place as Gamester first started out on his very first video. And as you can see, I flattened this area out down here, put some crops in. Well, I got caught in here. I haven't replanted these yet because I'm moving them. Here is my animal pen, which I'll show you in a minute. This is my breeding pen, which I keep my pregnant animals over here so I know that they're pregnant. And this is a test, which I didn't realize carts can't go upstairs. So I have stairs to nowhere. Was supposed to be a bridge here, but then I realized what I needed to do that and just said, well, save it for a later date. If you look over here, I have an upstairs. This is my two-story building here, which I also was going to do the same thing. I had this one built before I built the one downstairs. But I ran into stone over there, so I couldn't flatten that out, and so I can't flatten that out. So I'll have to figure something else out, or I'll build another building right here. But there's nothing really up there right now anyways, except for my cedar trees that don't seem to want to grow. I got a mature one there, and three small ones right here. There was a linden tree here. It was old and I cut it down because I needed the wood. I'm looking down on purpose because I have a surprise down here, which if you know where I'm going, you probably don't. If you do, well, great, but I'm heading out here, all the way out here, to the tar pit, which the tar and the clay are all in the same place on the map. So this is going to be my my ship area. Well, actually this is going to be for some ships, because the other ships are going to go right here. I have this area flattened out. This is going to extend all the way to there, and it's a 2 slopes and 1 flat there, which this will probably be flattened out and I can probably dredge it out later. And over here is going to be the shipyard, which it's 3 wide here and 3 wide here. It's only going to be 3 wide because right here is where I'm going to be extending it out. This is going to be a slope. This is where it's going to be extending out all the way across to there. Hopefully, if I can get enough dirt. And that's if I can get enough dirt. So, I am very low on trees. As you can see, I got a couple of them here, but most of them are all gone. The sprouts that I did get, I planted them already. Most of them are on the other side of the hill, which I'll be getting to in a minute. But I sometimes call this Orlander Island because right at the base of the island there are tons of Orlander bushes. I don't know why there's so many of them, but I got enough sprouts to make 2 bushes, and I got more in there, which I can probably make more bushes or hedges. Yeah, the hedges. Anyways, this is where I saw in the video that Gamester at that Rainstorm had made the little walk around, which I was gonna flatten this area, but after getting down to here, I realized that I planted trees up here, so I want them to grow. And I don't have anything down here. Although, thinking about what Rainstorm did, you could see it. You could get a good view down here. I do think hers was a little bit up further than mine. Now, to go back down here and not fall and hurt myself like I've already done 3 times already just today. Probably want to see the animals. The animals are in here. Oh, by the way, this is the clay. I raised it up quite a bit. And it's 9 patches of clay. And I can stand right over here and open this up and dig up the clay and drop it in there. Won't have to worry about anything. I have a loom in here and a kiln and some water, which I made these things. These were really pain in the ass to make. Okay, as you can probably see, that would be Wild Flea. Or is it? Because I just had another birth. I forget the name. We'll find out. This is, brisk taffy. Young brisk taffy. Looks just like his father. Actually, and his mother too. There's the father, and the mother's right here. And over here, we have Wild Flea, the firstborn. But what's also weird is the fact that, as you can see, inventory, as you can see, Wild Flea is now an adolescent. But she's still small. And Brisk Taffy, they're both females by the way, is a young newborn today, but they're both the same size. So I don't know why they're both the same size. It's just weird. She would be in game a week older, and she was born just today. Actually, just about an hour before recording this. And then I brought her mother into here. And Brisk Taffy is, well, I don't know if Wild Flea is going to get any bigger, which I'm pretty sure she will. But she's gonna be my main riding horse, because, as you can see, she has fleeter movement than normal, and Brisk Taffy is just normal build. So let's get back to the animals, because she started off at one day after, the same day that Brisk Taffy's mother got pregnant with Brisk Taffy. She got pregnant the same day. In fact, I think it was before. But she's down to 7, and she started off at 9, when she started off at 5. So I don't know what's going on with the ages. I finally found a female sheep, and she started off at 10, now she's down to 8. And Mama over here, who's Wild Flea's mother, is now pregnant again. She started off at 5, just before Brisk Taffy was born, and now she's already down to 4. So I find that weird. But anyways, let's go on a walkabout, because I had a weird thing happen where a lot of animals spontaneously spawned. No idea how it happened, but for some reason they just spontaneously spawned. I can find the right key. So we're going to take the father out for a ride. He doesn't mind dark places. This is what I was talking about. I needed to do a lot of digging. Oh, I should probably go back and show that. When I first made this mine, I found, I first dug right here. And I said I couldn't dig here, it was too hard. That's because it's iron. So I thought, okay, fine. I'll go around the iron when I get in here and go down this way. Well, I did that. And where's the other iron? Oh, it's right beside it. Okay. I was going to go down this way, but I decided against it. Then when I got down here, I decided to go down here. and I couldn't find anything. But I needed the stone to make those buildings, so I just kept on going. I finally found gold. Gold isn't really useful for me right now. I don't really know what to do with it. If anything, I need copper and tin, or copper and zinc, because I need brass and bronze to make the stuff to make the bridge. I forget the name of it. Anyways, this is my problem right here. Walking up here, can't. I cannot walk up here at all. I have to go in climb mode to do that. Horses, however, horse can get up here no problem. Well, not no problem. He can get up here though. So I decided to clear this area out and see if I could dig down. Because every time I tried to dig, it said must be all dirt. I dug there, I dug there, I dug there, still not good enough. So I'm gonna have to dig there and dig there, just so I can lower this, and hopefully it works before I can lower this to be that level so I could get in and out of the mine. Or I'm gonna have to take my cart out all the time. Well, that's the mine tunnel that I dug. That's what I wanted to show for Gamester. But these spawned in yesterday. I never had a rooster or a hen on here before. I had one dog and he died of old age. Well, I think of old age because he was way over there and all of a sudden he was gone. And also, yesterday after they spawned, there was another horse. I decided to go and get that horse, but I got distracted from something else. And when I came back to find him, he was gone. No idea where it went, just vanished. Okay, so that was it right there. Nope. Yeah, but there's a lot of dogs. There's actually a couple wild boars around here too. There was a dead chicken around, but I looked everywhere earlier and I couldn't find it. Yesterday I had my cart out here. And I don't know what happened to the dead chicken. Don't know how it died, unless the dogs ate it. But I don't even know if that's possible. But yeah, Orlando Bush, Orlando Bush, Orlando Bush, Orlando Bush. I don't even know if I'm saying that word right, Orlander. It's spelled Orlander, so Orleander. Yeah, there's more cows out here. Oleander. Oleander. Orleander, whatever. I'll probably get corrected anyways. But yeah, I have tons of dogs, which I don't really need dogs. There's tons of cows and bulls over here, so whenever I decide to do some slaughtering, I'll have no problem here. I got, out of all the ones that spawned, only one female sheep, and that's the one that got pregnant over there. The rest are all males. And of course, you're going to be female too, aren't you? Of course you are. I just found another female. And a baby spawned. Don't know where that came from. I've never seen a baby spawn before. Well, I've seen young, but I've never seen like that young before. Like my two bulls that I have right now are young. They don't look young though. Well, no, sorry. One's young. One just reached adolescent. But is that a boar? No, it's another dog. There should be a couple boars around here. I don't know if they're male or female. It's a pheasant, which I already had one pheasant. Didn't touch him because, well, I don't even think I can. There's a female pheasant there. But I think tomorrow, because it's already 8:15 or 8:45 now, I'm probably going to go over to the island right there, drop down my tent, because you can't put it down in the deed. Maybe flatten a bit area out here, bring over some tar, because I'm going to need the tar, and just get to chopping and make a rowboat or something, because I'm not going to be able to make one over here. And once you get the rowboat, I could probably make a caravel transport stuff around. But here's more oleander bushes. And but oak trees, but there's not a lot of trees here. So let's go back to the main island, or the main area. And, oh wait, no, forgot. This is another way I'm getting over the hill. By going up this way, which I know the path because I was going to make a road here. Right from about here, going straight up this way. I believe it's right here. Might be down there a little bit more. The top of this hill. I might actually put a tower up here because I don't have a tower. I knew where my my mine was going to go, and I extended the deed out that way. As you can see out there, like way down there. But nope, I was 1 over or 2 over. Okay. This is going to be my new flattened area for my farms. And up there, probably going to have a sloped up area and flatten that area over there. And that's where I'm probably going to put my main house, if I can. If I can't, I'll might move it over there. But that one down there is mostly for storage. But anyways, I'm going to stop by going into the building over here, which is done. Well, the first floor is done. Except no furnishings or anything, or storage. And I've only made 2 bulk storage bins because I didn't really have the I didn't really have the wood for it. So a lot of the stuff is just in containers like that. And I have water here because I was making bricks up here, and that was a very tedious process. But bridging across there is going to be another project I have to do. Rainbow. I said I was going to end the video right there, didn't I? Oh well. So you get a little bit more video. It's only 17 minutes long anyways, or 18 minutes. But this is going to be my main shipyard. And I'm going to have a couple buildings down here, because this is where I'm going to have mostly. That one up there is going to be for rock storage, and down here is going to be for wood storage. When I get my my caravel out here, and he goes out and gets wood and comes back in here and stores it in here. Here or there or wherever I decide to put it. And that's going to be need to be moved upstairs, which I'll probably do that later. Well, actually, I can leave it down here because I still got a couple crops here. Got a little bit of corn. I got reed finally, and that's cotton there. But that's a grand tour of my island so far. And I do got one question. I know that Gamester lost his tower when he Rainstorm took down the deed. Am I going to lose my buildings if I take down this deed and move somewhere else? Because I prefer them to stay here. I don't really care if they rot away or anything, but I prefer them to stay here if they can. I just don't want them to pop if I take this thing out. So if you could let me know, thank you very much. And have a good cup of coffee. Goodbye.